All right, I'm calling our meeting to order. This is the committee, the Finance Committee of the City of Pineville. We are waiting on 2 other council members to join us. Hopefully, they'll be here shortly. But I'm grateful for the other council members who are here and our 2 citizen members, Mr. Peter Ford and Mr. Leroy. Thank you so much for being here today. All right, I think we'll go ahead and start off with having Mr. Humphreys kind of begin with the sort of big picture and walk us through some of the wads of material that you provided us, Mr. Humphreys.
All right, committee members, if you will look, you got a budget binder. It's the one with the green with the picture on the front. All the other information is in this binder. I was going to ask you, just keep that to the side. You're going to have a packet that's taped, and at the top right, you see 2025, 2026 general fund budget. That's our current budget. Your next packet is going to be one that's going to say 26, 27 general fund. That's what we're going to go over next. The last packet is our 2027 CATS budget for next year. So if you will, look at the 25, 26 general fund budget. Folks, if you look at the bottom right-hand side, at the very bottom, our budget was $22,877,951. Our amended budget is $23,740,706, which is an $862,755 increase for a change of 3.77%.
That's a decrease.
I'm sorry, decrease.
Yeah.
No, it's an increase from our amended budget went from 22.8 to 23.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see. I'm sorry. I'm reading it
So
wrong.
it's a 3.77% change. If it's less than 5%, we don't have to amend the budget. We feel good with everything that we have. We've gone through all of our stuff, projected our expenses to the end of the year. Our 25-26 budget, we're going to go with the $23,740,706. These on this sheet on that for 25-26 shows revenue and then each of our departments budget and amended budget. First column, you're going to see, I'm going to go to executive, $375,750. We're amended to 410,900. But some of them, community services, change of personnel, and all of that, we had a massive decrease in that account. Overall, it's the 3.77% difference.
Anybody have any observation about, there are some variances that are greater than that average, some lower, some higher. I think it's just a matter of whatever kind of operational issues that we're running into. Mr. Humphreys typically funds the budget for a total staff occupancy. All the vacancies are fully funded. We always have to guess whether folks are going to take what level of insurance, but typically we sort of budget with that in mind. Correct. So sometimes you can't hire the people till part of the year in, you come in under, whatever. Now we welcome our other council members. Thank you for being here. We're grateful. We just got started.
We just started with the 25-26 budget.
We're using these just because it's easier to.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
As the new person, is 3.77 pretty good variance compared to what it maybe normally is?
Yes, sir. My time here, that's excellent. You're budgeting for the entire year for 22 million, right at 23 million. That's very good. We've had an increase in fuel costs. We've had an increase in repair costs, aerators, pumps, you name it. We've had all that, and we're still hanging in there. I think that's excellent.
Well, I think we were required, though, correct me, Mr. McKay, but we would be required to ordain an amended budget if we were at 5% or more, and now we're not really required.
Local government budget act says, I was just about to weigh in and tell you, anything under 5% is seen as a good practice in governmental accounting. So if there's less than a 5% variance, then that's seen, legislatively and practically as a pretty good job budget.
Yeah. So whether or not at the council meeting we would have to do that, we'll just wait and see if it's on the agenda. Do we have to skip it or whatever the protocol would be for something like that. But
Would
I'm-
we go ahead for our next council meeting, would we adopt the amended budget of 23,700?
Best practice, you typically amend it irregardless, okay, but 5% is the standard of what you're trying to be better than.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But out of an abundance of caution, and good practices, go ahead and amend it.
Okay, anybody else noticing anything that jumps out at you about how this year is going to end? I think one of the challenges has been fuel prices,
Correct.
has been a big issue. Has there been a
So-
couple of other ones?
Yeah, so the question I have is in regards to the fire department's increase, $372,700. Is that labor, materials, fuel?
That's a combination of all of them. If you will flip all the way, let me go to it. You will go to the bottom of where it says page 35 at the bottom.
Yeah, that's a pretty big jump. That's a big department, though.
It's a very big department. You're going to see their difference was that during a lot of the year, they had 54 personnel authorized. You're going to see their salaries was increased in there by $285,000. Let me explain to you what's going on. The fire department has personnel that are getting ready to, was going to retire during the year. I think they had 3 or 4 of them. And then before they can get new replacements, they've got to hire people, send them to the academy, get them in. So we're technically paying for 3 to 4 people extra just to cover that. And then they have attrition during the year of people retiring or leaving, whatever the case may be. So it's just a floating et al. Game in that one. But it's primarily, if you look through there, you're going to see that it's primarily the salary part for them. That's why they're up.
So we're totally filled in the fire department.
Right now, we are full with the new recruits in there.
Excellent. Oh, good.
So that's why we're 54 authorized and 2,
Well,
all right.
When the budget was done, when we were working, we were at 56. Now we've had 2 down, and so we're back to 54 right now.
So we're full staff, we're good.
Excellent. It's
Yeah.
been a while
That's a
since
good
we've
deal.
been full staff. That's great, Chief. Well, that's probably the first time in a good while. Good catch. Good deal. Yeah, we've also had a lot of R&M on them, too. They've had a fire truck that's needs to go to the house.
T1 has been a challenge
Didn't we,
the entire time.
We're supposed to receive a new truck
We
or
have-
have
We-
shortly?
We have it on the wish list.
On the caps budget, when we cover 26, 27, there is financing for a new fire truck, but it will not be until May of 27, April of 27 before it comes in. So between now and that time period, we're going to be working on T1.
Yes, sir.
Every time we move it, it's always something. These are your departments, and all I'm asking you for the current year budget, for y'all to make a motion for the next council meeting to adopt the amended budget of $23,740,706. That will amend us, so if there's anything that comes up during the end of the year, between now and the end of the year, any major repairs at any of our locations, we'll be good to go off the 5%.
Yeah, so I guess we're looking for a motion then to recommend to the council to adopt this amended budget for the year end 2026.
I'll
I'll
make,
make that, go ahead.
I'll make that
Councilman-
motion.
Mr. Ford, Councilman Dorn, second. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. So that motion carries. All right, so are y'all ready now to move to the new
Now, this is
year
going to be the
budget?
detailed one.
Which also has your current year on there, just for a reference, which is kind of handy to have.
All right, 2026, 2027 general fund packet. You'll have a separate packet. Remember, all this is in the budget binder, but this is in there. You're going to see on your general fund summary on this page, you're going to see the amended budget for 25-26 is the $23,740,706. We're showing the projected budget for next year is $23,957,625. Nothing more than a $216,000 increase. That's it. We're showing, in a nutshell, sales tax revenue up 1.6%. Very, very flat budget that we're looking at in all of this.
Less
We
than
have-
1% increase is what we're showing.
Sir?
Less than 1?
Oh, yeah, 1.6, 1.6%. We're showing a 2% across the board for the employees. We're showing that in there. And we're going to
that's
hit
good.
each one of them quickly. Yeah, Ms. Dorn, you have anything on that?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So if you will look, the next page, general fund revenues. These are your top one is your main one, taxes ad valorem. We're going from 756 to 760. We're hoping with these new businesses that have come to town, I don't have a history on those of what we're going to be having for our property taxes. So we're going to hope that's going to be really low. We're showing right now just a 0.5% increase. Chain store, we're showing 11% increase. A lot of these businesses that's coming in, I'm going to use the name Harbor Freight, different ones. That's a big chain store license. They pay a big license on that, so that will come to us. Alcohol beverage, we're showing an increase in it. Clico franchise tax, it went from 918 we're showing 920, and we're looking at Optimum. It's been a steady decrease. Less people are doing the Optimum telephones and all that, so that number on the franchise tax is steadily going down every single year. Atmos has been going up every single year. We're constantly getting a little bit more on Optimum. If you will notice, there is no AT&T, there's no Vexus. Until I get everything signed and start getting some, I have no idea on that. But that's two of them that you're going to see additional revenue on next year.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the franchise did all the predecessor and successive companies. Yeah. I mean, that's typical with franchises, that you do that sort of agreement.
But I did not put that in the budget. sir.
It's
I have
not
no
going to be
idea.
the big money like the Clico franchise. I mean, that's where the franchise money is.
Taxes, for Paris taxes, we were at 1.8 million, 1,870,000. We're going to 1.9 million. That's your 1.6% increase. The 1% sales tax, the 2% sales tax was 6.4 million. We're going to 6.5. The Paris tax, the 0.5% taxes is going from 2.2% to 2.2 million. 2.9, that's 1%. And then permits, that's staying the same. Occupational insurance premium tax. This is what insurance company pays on policies that are held within the city limits. That one, we're going from 280 to 290. We've been seeing an increase in the insurance premium tax we're looking at for next year. Talked to Ms. Mary Ann, and she feels that we will have that increase. So,
I think this is all still pretty conservative, though.
yeah, oh yeah, we're being very, I have no idea what the economy is going to do. If you look worldwide, what's going to happen to our economy. I'm just not willing to say we're going to jump it up 4 or 5%. That's just, I have no idea. That's collected by LaMatts and remitted to us, but it's based on our insurance premiums that are written here in the city limits.
Good deal.
And I'm hoping, due to additional businesses, different things, we will be getting more of that money.
I think we're seeing for the first time our property tax, our millage, get to the $2 million
Yes,
ballpark. It's been
we're-
1.6, peanuts for a long time, so that it is
it-
good that it's growing slowly, but it's just not a lot there. I mean, if without sales tax, we're doomed.
Correct. The big one is if you come down as your occupational license, account 2131, 2130. We budget originally was 500. We amended the budget to 545. We're looking at 575,000.
That's pretty good.
Again, occupational license is a business license based on the number of businesses, their gross receipts. We have new restaurant coming in. We have different things that's being built right now. So we just had different ones. So I feel the occupational license revenue is going to increase dramatically next year.
Yeah, that's pretty.
The ones that you're going to see, that's a very disturbing one. It's count number 9200 fee state road maintenance.
Yeah,
We had originally, you're going to see is 20,600. We amended the budget to 62,100. We're back down to 27,600. The state of Louisiana DOTD right-of-ways, we had to do 4 right-of-way cuttings, and they were gonna pay us call it just $27,000. Last year, the LMA and different got together. They increased the rate. For us, was gonna be $62,100. That's what they paid us. I just got notification from DOTD, they're going back to the old rate. I thought it was a permanent pay increase, but they said that was just a one-time. So we're waiting on the status of that to see what's going to happen. So if we were doing 9 cuttings, at least 9 cuttings, we were doing more than that, but we were being rebated for 9 cuttings for the 62, and they're not saying they're not doing that now.
Now, you're talking about like
State rights of
on
way.
the expressway
Yes.
and all that, we.
Correct.
Yeah, I guess we could try to do it less often, but it's gonna look funky and ugly, and people gonna complain about the tall weeds and the hiding all the litter that people throw. I mean, there's just not a good answer.
Years ago, that's how we got into it, because it was just, if you wait on them, you don't know when it's gonna happen.
Correct.
Then it's gonna be bush hog height
Yeah,
Yeah.
when they do it, so, I
Yeah.
mean, it just,
you don't win, you
it's
don't
one of
win.
those situations where,
Yeah.
you know, we're not gonna come out on the positive end of it.
No. We bought good equipment, folks. Through CAS, we bought skag mowers and different types of mowers. We bought big tractors, sidearm mower. We need to use the equipment. Let's keep it maintained. If we get a higher reimbursement rate, that would be wonderful. But right now, we can just plan on 27,006.
Thanks for bringing that, for mentioning that.
You're gonna see the only, animal adoption gonna go up a little bit. We feel on that one. The rest of them is pretty much consistent, except for we get down to rentals. Let's hit that.
That's looking better.
Community services, they have, for Keys Park Pavilion, that has steadily been going up. You're saying, oh, it's not much. It is going up consistently from history. We budgeted originally 4,800. We've amended to 58. We're looking at 65. We're starting to see more and more rentals of Keys Park. Main Street Community Center, we had budgeted 18. We amended to 25. We're going to hit 26, possibly 27 on that. Steadily being on the rentals on that. Bulow Lake, the Bragg Street, Tudor Street. We're looking at 54. That has doubled to 90. We're going to be budgeted 95. That has really become popular.
Excellent.
Bulow Lake, we just kept that one. We're starting the RV pads, Mr. Rachel, 6? 7. 7 RV pads that have been built at Bulow Lake. We feel that between travel ball, other events, people's gonna start leasing those, and so we've got those set up online and everything to take that stuff, to start leasing those. We'll see where our numbers firm up on that one.
I think that's great.
Ballparks, that's budget of 1,000, we're at 13, we figure we're going to 1,500 on it. And then rental to Keys Park, 28, rental at 28 East Center, which is Keys Park area, was budgeted 22. We amended it to 19.5. We did not have quite as much, so we're going back to the 22. We'll be making a push. We did some remodeling there, repainted it, put new flooring in there, so I think the interest is going to be peaking on that facility.
Oh, well, at least a month.
Oh, for the carpeting, was that 2 weeks? A little bit, but, so, yeah, carpet and paint. I think it was, so, yes, sir.
Good job, Mr. Rachel.
Yeah,
Appreciate all that.
that one looks really good. These down at the bottom are your intercompany allocation, police, fire. You're gonna see an increase from 1,044,000. We went to 1.2 million. We're going to go 1,295,000. Operation, your sales tax money that's coming in out of your total sales tax collections, we're gonna be showing 3.25 million. And then the utility fund appropriation is 4.2 million. What happens on that one is we move funds. The budget includes all departments in the budget, but it does not include water, it does not include wastewater, it does not include utility admin. And so they're not in here. We still got to pay all their stuff. So we move funds from those accounts into our general fund because we do their payroll, we do all of their stuff. So that's what that money is. It's coming from our utility account.
Balance of books, yeah. All right, that looks good.
General fund revenue, just hitting the high points for your revenues, just so you'll see where the numbers are. vehicle damage, nothing there, and then your biggies, when you're coming down, interest income. We had budgeted 141,000. We amended to 91, I'm showing 90. We were getting 5.1% interest. With the feds, they've been cutting interest rates. I'm down to 3.8%. So, you know, the interest rates are dropping. So we're still doing good, but just to let you know, that's our interest. Vendor reimbursement, this is a hit or miss one. We had budgeted 15, we amended to 88, I'm showing 20. We had a garbage, an entity that sent us a $60,000 refund. We had a credit on their account, they were billing us, we were paying it, and then, we overpaid. We had our our copper copper phone lines. You remember that? We discussed it a year ago. We were paying for copper phone lines. Once we got through with our IT department, we canceled all of those. We had a $19,000 credit with them. So they refunded the money with us, once we canceled all those lines.
One-time
So
stuff.
you cannot tell on the vendor reimbursement what we're gonna get funds back on. State supplemental pay, that's in and out, motor vehicle, Department of Motor Vehicle, that's just kind of how much is the motor vehicle office used. We get $3 per transaction from officer motor vehicles, so, you know, it depends on how much volume does it get before we get that number. So we budgeted 61, we amended to 45, we're budgeting 46,000.
Which is pretty good because we've completed our obligation of paying for that here.
That is correct.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And generally, that money was being used to kind of somewhat cover our payments that we were making on that facility, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
All right, good deal.
Prosecutor reimbursement, 138, we went up to 140, we're going to 142. And that's primarily your stuff. If you look through the rest of it, you're gonna see it's pretty much flat. The only one at the bottom is a fire insurance state rebate. We had budgeted 81,400. We're budgeting 84,100 in the amended budget, and again for next year. This is nothing more than the state sends money to the parish based on your population. Then the parish takes it and based on our population times a figure, and that's what they cut a check to us. And it's for our fire protection, and it goes to the fire department, and then they bring the check to us. But it is based off of population. And that's how that increases. So right now, we're not having nothing major. So we have new subdivision, new annexations, we'll get more people, we'll have a bigger check. That's all I can tell you on that one.
Kind of depends on whatever the state might be having.
Yeah. Next page, page 28. These are just a summary of all your departments, however you want to look at these. But in a nutshell, you're going to see the amended budget, 25-26, in comparison to the projected budget. The executive was 410, now it's 394. Nobody's getting a pay cut. We had to do a one-time payment in the executive branch on some leave. That was taken care of there. City Hall admin, $2,094,000. We're going to $2.1 million. City Council, that is y'all's account, $112,000. We're going to $125,000. That increase is primarily due to insurance. Members before may have not had insurance, now they have insurance. So that's primarily your difference there. Community services, we were originally 632, we're showing 725. Again, what you're seeing with a lot of these are employees are now taking insurance. It is a great thing for the city of Pineville. They have that card. That, folks, we have great insurance rates already, but a lot of them get the insurance. It's a debit card that technically pays all your copays.
Yeah.
You don't have nothing out of pocket. So a lot of employees take that. So it's an increase in us in our salary section in our departments, but our employees now have insurance. Police, 7.6. They're not, I know it's overall, it's a number from 7.8 to 7.76. If you will flip real quick, just because I had somebody ask me what did it take out of hit, and if you will flip to page 34, for their positions, is strictly primarily, it is under pensions. You're going to see fire, police, insurance pensions have gone down dramatically, from 32 down to 30%. They have finally taken a decrease. So if you take that many positions, it's primarily a pension decrease. The parochial retirement system itself has dropped down to 12%, from 12 to 10. So it's dropped. Boy, I hope so. Oh, it's been going up ever since I've been here, and this is the first year it's dropped 2%. So I am hoping, if you look at the pension lines on these, and that's going to be the one where the police, you'll see a negative 200,000. Count 1010, you'll see it's down. That's the biggest part, is because of the pension.
Wow.
Fire, you got to see, there's changes there for their personnel and all their equipment, their expenses they have. Judicial, city court went up 11,000. That's primarily, when you look there, is software.
We saw
City
this
court,
data
software, and
data
stuff.
processing across the board is just
Oh, yeah.
going crazy.
Police and fire, we're going to have a massive purchase system this year. CAD, what does that mean? Computer-aided dispatch. Just call it $250,000. So it's split between police and fire. That's in their budget. We had to do that. And then we're also going to have an annual software maintenance fee. So you're going to see all different types of things going in. And a lot of the CAD stuff, I run it through the CAD side, which we'll cover in a little bit, but all their software for all of our departments has gone through the roof. It's steadily going up. We're still on page 28 right now. I'm just doing the summary page. The first, city marshal, 442 to 449. His went up a little bit. He had a person that took insurance and stuff, so that made a small change there. And then you're going to see public works. Under public works, you have all these departments. You got public work admin, recreation shop, animal control, streets, drainage, buildings, beautification. You will see recreation went down. We had a change in personnel, so that when moved over, public works admin increased. Then you're going to see shop, animal control, streets, drainage, and buildings, they increase. And when you look at their individual departments, you're going to see a lot of it is due to insurance. We have people take insurance. At 11,500, somebody takes insurance. It don't take long. Well, we up 28,000. Well, you go up a 2% salary, 2 people taking insurance, there's your increase. And we have more and more converting over that had no insurance is now taking it.
I'm glad that we find we can give the 2% across the board to the other employees, other than, fire department gets their 2% by
Correct.
law. But it's, we really struggled to do that and to try to do something to help our employees. And so I'm grateful for that. It looks pretty good.
We are trying to make sure we keep everybody in uniforms, keep them in boots, keep them, at least they're good pay, good insurance, keep them in equipment that they can use every day on their job. We keep them in new equipment, do all of that stuff. So they're trained, they're equipped, they're clothed, everything for their job. And so we're at least trying to support them in all those ways. If you will look at the bottom, in a nutshell, this again, $23,740,000 was our amended budget. Page 28. 26-27 budget, we're looking at $23,957,625. It's less than a 1% increase over the previous amended budget. If you really compare it to our original budget, you're up, from 22.8 to 23.9.
You know, given the rate of inflation and all the things that are so unknown, I think this is remarkable that we're able to forecast such a conservative, you know, less than 1% increase. I mean, I think it's a lot of moving pieces, $23 million worth of moving pieces. It's a lot that the mayor and administration and you, Mr. Humphreys, are juggling, and I'm really proud of the work that you're doing.
But they're making a priority. Yeah, we are replacing aerators, we're replacing pumps, we're working on culverts, we're working on streets, lines that are broken, everything, but we're fixing it. If we replace a pump, it'll last us 10, 15 years. We replace an aerator out there at the wastewater treatment. Yes, they're $8,000 to $11,000 a piece, but we're replacing those, and we're buying so many a year, it's catching up, and it's reducing our overall maintenance costs that we've been spending on all this stuff.
Well, I would just challenge all of our employees and everyone, citizens too, if you see something that looks like a problem, say something to the right person. The mayor, I heard, just smelled some smoke the other day, come to find out some vagrants had gotten into a building and was lighting it on fire. I mean, we don't need that. So thank you, Mayor, for having an eye out on the city, but everyone needs to be modeling that kind of behavior. You see something, call the police dispatch. They are noticing something over here. I think that kind of behavior of seeing something and saying something has made Pineville different, and we just need to promote that and say we're grateful for it.
If you will look, just flip the pages. I'm just going to flip, go to, Tammy, just go to page 40. Just go down to page 40, shop. Just so if y'all want to look at a department while you're looking at all of this. And remember, all these are in your big budget book. This is just to pull them out. If you look at the shop, you're going to see their 2%, their salary went up $2,500. You're going to see Social Security taxes went up. Pension, remember, we dropped in the pension for other departments. Theirs went down, so we had a decrease there. Health insurance up $15,000. We had an employee and spouse come in. It don't take much, but that's where it hits you at. Gas and oil, we went up on that. And we went up on its operation of equipment, repairs, maintenance, vehicles, repair and maintenance. And then you'll see some small items and small tools they need there in the shop. So they had a $22,400, but of that, $15,000 of it is just insurance. And if you flip to any department, you will see that a lot of it, if you go to the next one, animal control, $21,200 is for insurance.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's expensive, but if you keep your personnel healthy, it's worth it.
Oh,
And
I think we
I think
can.
it's
I
great.
think we're doing a great job managing it, but it's part of the deal, you know.
We can go
someone's
through-
salary is really nothing when you think about what all else comes with it. The whole package is expensive.
We have this for every department. If you have any question, you're looking at it, call me, text me, come by. I am always here. Please come by and ask any questions that you have. If there's something that's not clear, but I am asking y'all's second motion is to adopt, when y'all do it, the 2026, 2027 budget, the amount of $23,957,625.
This would be for the fiscal year starting
July
July
1st.
1st.
That is correct.
2026 through
Correct.
June 30th of 2027. So I guess I need a recommendation from this committee to make to the council on our meeting will be tomorrow night.
Correct,
So-
tomorrow night.
So I need a motion second. I'll make that motion. Mr. Ford makes a motion.
Second.
Second from Councilman Dorn. Any other questions? Anything else anybody else noticed or wants to ask a question about?
I think it's fantastic. I mean, with the increases that we're seeing just from our everyday lives, to be able to be within 1%, or less than 1%, should I say. You know, ultimately, that's saying that, that without directing at any particular thing, that we are controlling our budget. We are cutting where we can cut without, you know, being where we're creating hardships, and we're steady progressing. Because, I mean, if the world, what is CPI this year, 2.5?
Yes, sir.
And then we're going down 1, so that's ultimately pretty close to 3, without, just intentionally going and saying, hey, we're gonna cut this and cut this. So, these numbers are, I mean, they're fantastic. I mean, I was expecting a lot more.
Well, let's talk. If
It's,
you don't-
it's a tool. I mean, we don't
Yeah.
have any guarantee.
No.
It's the best forecast that we can
But
make based on what we
it's
see.
It's something that, that we can govern ourselves by, and we can, you know, we can work toward,
Exactly.
so.
All right, your next packet, Mr. Jordan, y'all, is
Okay, so
the-
all in favor of that motion, say aye. Any opposed to it? Okay, so we'll make that motion at the council tomorrow. Thank you.
Your next packet is your capital expenditure budget. So much of our caps, our equipment purchases and everything, so much of it's a percentage of our sales tax collections. So you're gonna see at the very top, projected capital, you're going to see of the sales tax of our 2%, 3.1 million, of our 0.5%, 944,000. We show it for cap estimated to be 4,094,000, just call it 4,100,000. All the departments submitted stuff, equipment, everything that they need. One of the first big chunks you're going to see in fire, police, and everything is our lease purchase of all the equipment. Fire trucks, everything. So if you look down, you'll see police, shop, you're gonna see police, animal control, fire, recreation. They're gonna all come down at the bottom after trash. I've got street overlays, 202,000. That's gonna equal my 4,094,000. That's what I'm showing for you. Flip to the next page, you're gonna see shop. In there, we've leased vehicles, lease purchase of 35,000. Equipment is 105,000. Let me just show you how to use this. If you will, flip to page 58 at the back. 58, it'll say shop department. Right there, take me, go back one, right there. The shop department, we're leasing 2 trucks. I am gonna be getting a 3rd truck. It's with a work body to handle that big, large air compressor for them to do service calls for all of our stuff when we're working throughout the city. We're gonna be leasing another one, and then we need an extended boom forklift. We're expecting the price to be right at $105,000. Our forklift is constantly being repaired, so we need to get us a new extended boom forklift for that department.
Mr. Humphries, I think the city has been, for a while now, trying to recover from many, many years of not replacing equipment, using equipment till it pretty much couldn't be used anymore. And so I think with this process, we're getting there to where we have reliable stuff to put our employees in and respond to the citizens with. So
Yes, for all the new councilmen, we do a lease purchase through Enterprise Fleet Management. They come in there, we've got numerous vehicles throughout. Whenever you see and looking at a department in the back, and you see lease equipment from police interceptors all the way through pickup trucks, all of that, that is through Enterprise Fleet. They cover the oil changes, that type of stuff, tires, windshields, any of that stuff we repair. We're responsible, just like if you owned a vehicle. But the oil changes is covered through the lease management. It keeps our employees in a dependable, good vehicle. Within 5 years, which is coming up, they will be taking those vehicles, they will be selling them. So let's just say our book value, we are $5,000 in the black on that lease. They sell it for $20,000. 15 of it we're gonna have for us. The other 5 is gonna go back to them. That's how it's gonna work, and they use that money to apply it for the down payment for the new vehicles. So it pays for itself, talking to other municipalities. After a couple cycles of selling, your overall note goes down because it's taking a larger down payment to go on the leases. So we're doing leases. Fire trucks are financed. So when you're looking at fire trucks, that's not through Enterprise. Those are financing for fire trucks. And the latest truck was $1,500,000. How much? 1.5 million for that fire truck. So, you're looking at a note of $15,000 a month. When you look at the fire detail that we're paying on that, and we're leasing 4 now. Financing 4 fire trucks. So you're going to see that garbage and trash. Garbage is garbage trucks We are doing a lease purchase for 3 of them. We owned one. Our 4th one has been breaking down. So now we're gonna be getting rid of that one and leasing a new one. You'll see this in the packet. So when you look at garbage, we're now gonna be leasing 4 garbage trucks, which should be delivered this week or next week. I'm hoping that it'll be coming in pretty quick. Trash is our grapple trucks. That's to pick up trash, and that is gonna be due, we're gonna be doing a larger grapple truck, because we're getting requests for larger trunks, larger trees, larger debris, so therefore, we need a little bit larger grapple truck and a transfer truck to transfer stuff from here to the transfer station. So, our truck, we have to get another transfer truck. Oh, I'm sorry. There it is for garbage. If you'll look at garbage, and what page is that one, Tammy? 73. All your detail is in there. It's on there. You got a lease payment for garbage trucks number 1 and 2, garbage truck number 3, and then we're going to be doing a new garbage truck for $4,274 a month, or $51,000 a year. Garbage trucks, grapple trucks are run every day. If you know it, that gets a lot of wear and tear. That is a high-use commodity piece of equipment there. Next page, on page 74.
So
is
question,
trash.
what, on average, what does one of these garbage trucks cost?
Around $280,000 each,
Thank you.
approximately $280,000. So, insurance, add another $30,000 a year. Insurance is high.
Yeah, well,
That's-
there's a lot of liability.
Yeah,
Is that just the vehicle? That doesn't include the personnel working it, does it?
No. That's just a liability and comprehensive. We got to have both because it's a finance vehicle. So we have to have
Yes.
both on it. Next page is trash, 74. You're going to see we have grapple truck 1, grapple truck 2. We're doing a new grapple truck. It's a debris trailer. It's going to be $6,000 a month on it, and then a new transfer truck. Those are all pieces of equipment. It's on page 74. And so just to lease those for lease purchase on that, you're looking at $342,000 a year.
I mean, these are expensive services,
Correct.
yeah.
Yep.
And we charge very reasonable rates.
We charge $28 a month for garbage. We pick up twice a week plus trash.
Yep, people are always very envious when I tell them about how good our pickup service is.
Correct.
It's excellent.
Any department you want to ask a question about, everything in here, it shows all the equipment that were being requested by department, if it's fire, police, shop. You should have a detailed list.
I have a question. I
Yes,
saw
sir.
that we're going to start leasing Tahoes for the police department. Are we getting away from the Explorers?
No, sir, this is for a supervisor's, a chief's position.
Okay.
That's the only one that will have that. The rest of them are strictly the police interceptors.
Okay,
I did want a police interceptor, Tahoe's much more expensive, so it's just our standard, our regular package.
Well, at least
Okay, yeah.
we can get the interceptors now. There was.
Correct.
yeah,
Yes,
my
we were not
understanding
getting
is
it.
those are
There
solid
had been a
units.
threat a while
Yeah,
back.
yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. The police, they've had any problems with the police interceptors at all that we're leasing? Yeah.
Good.
Excellent.
We are, we talked, the mayor and I talked a couple of times about the Tahoe. Still, maybe the next year, I was thinking maybe one of the Tahoes for supervisors. But that's gonna be a trial.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there was talk about, providing the best equipment for our people to make their life a little bit easier.
Yes, sir.
Well, and, police units, they're rolling all the time. It's not something that's just gonna sit in the driveway or anything. But, yeah, you might wanna talk about this, you got something capitalized in here on this Tyler software. I mean, that's another big ticket item that.
That's under
part of that-
police and fire, that's that CAD software. Sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's where you're going to see the CAD software, the 143 on page 59. Under police,
And
it's
then
split 50%, and you'll see it also on 59, and then you'll see it also on on
61,
fire.
page 61.
61 for fire. It's 143,000 was split for each department.
Well, that's good that we're able
And
to.
that's a one-time expenditure?
One-time expenditure to purchase the software. But then we have that's to obtain the software, then we have an annual fee after this first year.
Yeah. ain't
But
nothing
there's
for
all
free.
their equipment that they're requesting, and you'll see fire has the same piece of equipment there, but theirs includes all their bunker gear. If you have not messed with the fire department before, everything's got a life sentence in it, a term limit on it. So it's 10 years on a lot of their hoods, helmets, bunker gear. So we're constantly having to buy SCADA bottles. We have bought 20-something a year. So we're trying to make sure all the SCADA bottles, this should be the last year for a while before we have to buy any more of those. I'm curious, for Recreation 62. 62. Okay, bye. Go ahead.
That's, that's two, but that's for
6.
both cameras and Buell, got to replace all of them. Two at each place.
Yeah, well, really 5 at Keys. 2 systems, yeah, correct. And what happened is we need to do Keys Park, Bulow Lake, we got a pump station, we gotta put it on, and we have, got the other location. Yeah. Kelso. Everything.
And across the lake.
Yes, sir.
Well, 69, there were 2 cameras for Main Street, they were $500 a piece, so I just saw that
Yeah.
2 cameras for 56, it just didn't quite.
No, it's the systems.
Where do we, from a technological point of view, where are all these monitored at? Are they works, are they in the police department?
I'll let you talk that one.
So that's one of the things that we're doing with the migration to this new system. We're bringing them all into one operational area that will actually go under Captain Martin in the police department. Individual departments, depending on where you're at, some supervisors will have access to those individual ones, but it's bringing in some of the same technology that this council approved when we went to the crime cameras. Some of that same technology is in these cameras that we're buying. So it gives us more than just observant. If we have something that happens at Keys Park, we can find data a lot quicker, the video a lot quicker in order to get to it. Correct. Some of that did come through grants. Those grants have now expired. So the PD through Chief 4 and Captain Martin have been working with the sheriff's office to rebuild that, and that's part of, I'll talk to the Tyler thing since that's on the agenda tomorrow night. So the Tyler technology that we're asking y'all to approve tomorrow night does a couple of things. It upgrades PD from where they're currently at, but it also will integrate our PD with 911 and with the Rapides Parish Sheriff's Office. And then fire department's CAD was at end of life, so it pulls them into the ecosystem and also shares them with 911, which helps them for fire rating in the future to get those half points and points that we have, so.
Well, I think that's really wise to bring in, and it's easy to, one department buys one system for their use and another department for their use, and then they can't.
And that's
not the
the
same
thing we ran into.
Same platform or readability, so
Yeah,
that's
so
very
after
wise.
this, we'll all be parish-wide, all Pete law enforcement, with the exception of Alexandria, will be on the same, in the same platform, or working in the same platform to share information.
Which is great, because, I mean, we have some areas where we touch half the road, they touch.
Sure, correct.
half the road.
Especially when you get out Bayou Marie and even on the Village Green areas out 28107, yes, sir. And that's one of the things that what we looked at was the big, able to transfer the calls.
Will that also touch with the volunteer fire department and all them, are they going to that system as well?
So 911 is moving to the same CAD system that we are. There is a plan in effect at 911 to migrate all of the volunteer and fire protection districts into the same CAD system. It's not anything that's gonna be overnight, because there's some funding issues that depends with those individual volunteer and fire protection districts, but the goal is at the end of it, everybody will be migrated into the same system also.
Because I know in a lot of instances, you hear fire trucks, and it'd be Alpine, I believe, you know, they're hitting 107, heading toward, the outer areas of, the Lakeside Wardville area.
Right.
And of course, then we're coming as well, you know, because, and most times look like we get there ahead of them.
There's a lot of times, I know, speaking with Chief Kessler, that happens quite frequently. We get to those dual response areas quicker than they do.
Because, I mean, you can just kind of tell by the sound. You've been listening at them for years, you can tell by the sound.
You tell who it is.
Council will have to call us, or hit a button that transfers our dispatch, and the dispatch truck, and then they'll have to dispatch.
And it'll be the same interface on the PD, where coming from 911, but on the backside, what I think our people like is that when we book somebody in the parish jail, it'll be a one-touch to send that information to parish jail to make that process more efficient also.
I wanted to ask something else for the fire department. I saw on the 28 East Station parking lot repairs, and I remember when we built that, there was conversation about like it was 8-inch concrete or 10-inch concrete. Oh, that's an admin.
Admin,
Okay.
yes,
Then I missed that. I thought I saw 28. My apologies. Because I was going to be disappointed if we spent bought 8-inch thick concrete and we crashed it. So, okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the
And that's
clarification.
just the weight of the trucks is wearing on that road.
Well, I just read it wrong. My apologies.
That's all right. That's. Yeah.
But I like to say, on that two trucks that we're getting, the mayor and him signed contract early in this company. If we get this truck right now, it's $2.8 million for that.
Same truck.
Wow.
It's 1.5, since the problem is, we signed it early, but we're paying the note. You gotta start paying for it to get the rate.
Was that
Rate
the one
discount.
where we had bought one that was already in production due to lead?
Yes,
time?
and we're still in production.
They're 4 years out on all the trucks.
Yeah, there was a thing about they're trying to standardize all the equipment across the industry.
The last one I want you to just look at is going to be drainage. And that is, let me flip to the page. Drainage is going to be this last one, and unless y'all had some other questions on caps, and it's on page 66. 66, drainage. You're gonna see at the very bottom, $400,000. In our caps, we're showing $400,000. That is a street sweeper. All right, we purchased one
I started to say, didn't we? Okay.
last year.
Yeah.
We have an old one, the old three-wheel one, and it's every other week we're having to get it worked on. Right now, it's holding up. I'm gonna be nice about this. City of Pineville has become grass cutters from February through November, y'all. Drive out there right now, and we're cutting all over the place. We hit these neighborhoods, and then right after that, it's leaves. We gotta keep the drains clean for storms, for hurricanes, anything like that. We're having to use these street sweepers to go through. People are mowing grass, it does get in the streets. We gotta keep them swept, get the leaves picked up, all of that type of stuff. Right now, our intentions is the one new one, we've got an operator doing very well with it. We have the old three-wheel one. Y'all have any idea how old that one is? It's all right, early 2000s, so it's older. We have lots of issues with it. Yeah, if it goes down, I'm gonna have to have another one. So we're putting it in the budget to get another street sweeper. If we can go throughout the whole year and not have to purchase a street sweeper, that would be great. But we're putting it in there because we have, just to let you know, when we send a crews out, we have a garbage through the sheriff's department, a trash crew. They go out ahead, they try and get all the trash picked up on there, then we go through and we mow. Behind it comes a street sweeper. If you're doing 165, you're doing all these different highways, it's hard for one street sweeper to keep up, plus mowing around the edge of the subdivision, sweeping all the subdivisions and these other streets. It takes both of them for us to even stay up. And first time it rains and people's drains are clogged, we need to have it clean. That's part of it. So just let you know, 400,000 of our caps is just this one item.
So do this truck use a water tank? My neighbors complained about the dust being stirred up by the street sweeper and
Does anybody know?
talking about water tank.
That's the hole.
That's the three-wheel.
Open's operating, it's just sucking the dust back into the atmosphere.
Yes, sir.
The new one does spray out water around the room.
Okay. Yeah. All right, yeah, that's just one of the comments that he had made.
Ladies and gentlemen, Finance Committee, that is all I have for caps, 2025-26 budget, 26-27 budget. If y'all have any questions, y'all look at it tonight, look at whatever, call me, email me, I'll be glad to answer anything of what is this. I'll be glad to get the information to you.
Thank you, Mr. Humphries, for all the time you spent with me in the last few weeks and then tonight. Appreciate that. Mayor and Chief,
Have anything else y'all
Mr.
want?
Ashell, Mr. McKay, we appreciate you being here. Anything that you need to add to what we're doing?
No, I've said grace on it. He did great, and we got 4 minutes to spare before he goes over his allotted hours, so we don't have to about it.
Any other discussion or questions that anybody has? And David makes the offer. Believe him when he says you can call him anytime and go and talk to him. He'll make the time for you.
Tell you what, though, I'm very impressed, we've been in a lot of these over the years. We've never, last few years, we've been able to purchase equipment and do some things.
Right.
It was just survival years ago. We got nice equipment, our PD has nice equipment, our fire department has good equipment, and all of our employees. And I can really say that we've been blessed over the years, because there was a time when our budgeting was just the conversation of being able to purchase tires, or,
That's right.
getting uniform for PD, and of course, Chief, you were there, and some other people were there, just getting equipment that, the bare necessity. And it was just, were we gonna be able to do it in a calendar year? But now we can say that, we are making strides. We're getting good stuff to work with, and things that we all can be proud of, and our citizens as well.
That's right.
We can keep and maintain our city as it should be. There are some other areas in which we have some room to grow and some opportunities to take care of some things. But for the most part, I'm well pleased. And to be able to do it with .91 is where we're looking at increase on paper. That's huge, insurance-wise, and to do some things as far as our employees and when it comes to salary. So hats off to everyone who put in the time to make this happen. Ms. Frederick, we're gonna miss you being chairperson.
That's
so
right.
I'm gonna make the motion now that you be chairperson even then.
That's right. Let me know if y'all need me, but I'm gonna be in the high Rockies in July. Yeah, but the mountains are calling me.
Yeah.
So if I can finish before July, I'll be glad to
I'm
help.
gonna call you year-round, I'm sure about that.
I had a question.
I watch every episode of the wilderness channels and the history channels and all this mountain men, It gets pretty rough out there sometimes, so.
I just
You
had
gotta
a
come
question
up.
offhand. How is the utility fund? We had done the rate increase years ago, pegged it to CPI. Anybody know if it's still healthy? Because we were not
yeah.
bringing in enough to offset maintenance.
I think it looks pretty healthy, yeah,
It's very healthy.
yeah. I think we're okay.
And I think we also, to the point that the mayor looked at not necessarily going with the CPI.
Right.
He has ability to lower it. So, I mean,
He has
it could
some
be.
flexibility,
Yeah, it could
yeah.
be 8, and then he could still say he wants to do it at 2.5.
Right.
So, give that benefit back to the citizens of Pineville.
Right.
So,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
But that's a
those
real,
endeavors-
that's a real good point, though, about being able to keep up, sneak up on the rates, because the cost,
jump.
oh, it's a nightmare to think about that. So I think we're in a good spot, and we just need to continue to be monitoring it and working. The mayor's been doing a good job of keeping an eye
And we
on it.
used to have to subsidize
That's right.
our trash and garbage, and we're not doing that now. And we're, even with putting better equipment out there, we're not having to rob from one fund to generate enough revenue to make something else, another department whole.
When you think about all the blight reduction that we've worked on since 2018, I mean, that's expensive and onerous to do all that kind of demolitions that we've had to do. And so I feel like, I agree with Councilman Doran. It's remarkable to see the results that we're getting. It's really.
I think it's important to note there are still entities that are being placed under administrative oversight from the state. I think I read with Tallulah the last month, their water system, and it's hats off to this administration and Public Works, and that we have such quality service and constantly improving. And I hope that next year's budget meeting, your council is having to adjust it upwards because the revenues have been so good. This is a very conservative revenue projection, and I think that's wise. But, with TJ Maxx and Harbor Freight and some other folks coming in, they're going to bring some increased revenues that are going to be healthy for the city. But my kudos to this team that has really done a good job of piloting this massive ship. I think when I first came on the council, the budget was like 13 million a year. We're looking at a 23, right? But it's been well managed, so my hat's off to you, Mayor, and to your team, to all of y'all for running this very well.
Yeah, we could always use a couple more million for streets. So I don't know if there's anything more we need to do, Mr. Clerk, could we just adjourn at this point? So I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Doran, Mr. Ford, thank you very much. Everybody in favor of adjournment?
All right.